What am I looking forward to see while I'm performing at Fringe? I am looking forward to seeing a lot of plays. I mean, I'm excited to perform this for 4 shows, and because it's exhilarating. I mean, it's a rush. Like honestly, like backstage before to do something live as opposed to being on a set. I mean, it's just you know it's frightening, but I can imagine it being like standing at the edge of the plane opening before you jump out with a parachute, like that moment. But I mean, it's a rush and it's just exhilarating. I mean, it's kind of addicting. That and just being part of Fringe and being in that community. I mean, I have a list that I'm making up of all the plays that I want to see, of people I've met and clips I've seen, and just being in that community. And it's getting pretty long. Like I'm going to be busy for a month, but I'm just super excited to see all these shows. Hi, my name is Michael J. Gonzales. If you'd like to hear a little bit more about my show, The Ivory Thread, please go to theivorythread.com and join me at Fringe Festival. Why did I have to write it? I wrote it for the workshop. And in the workshop, I had no idea what I was going to write. But Deborah, she says, okay, everybody, we're going to start. I have my notebook because I'm going to ask you a question and you're going to write the answer. And she goes, and you have 7 minutes, and then you're going to start going up, and then you're going to perform it. I said, oh, okay, well, that's the process. So she asked the question, but that question is one of those things I was talking about, like the bones, like, oh, okay. But it was just one of those questions that was just like, I didn't want to stop answering it. Right. And it turned into this show. It just snowballed into this show. I mean, once I started, I mean, I was committed, and I just really wanted to tell that story. It's a musician's journey into acting at 50. So the tagline is changing careers at 50 ... can save a life. Like it literally saved my life. Like I mentioned, I had gone to a therapist, and a therapist said I wasn't opening up. She says, you're an artist, because I play the piano. You're an artist, take an acting class, you'll work it out in there. And but for what it was like a grief counseling type of situation. And but I felt like for what I was going through, I had fallen in the arms of a bunch of actors, and that's kind of where I needed to be. That's where I needed to land. I started acting at 50 because of a suggestion from a therapist, and just fell in love with it. And just at 50 years old, and at 52, I started working as an actor, and just started doing television shows. And I actually got, just within the last couple of weeks, I'm pinned. Like I'm in the final running for a pretty big part for pretty big directors, which is, I wasn't planning that, wasn't my plan, but it just happened. What I would love for people to get out of it is that it's never too late to find something that makes you happy. What is it? I mean, if you have to change courses in your life to find happiness, maybe that's not such a bad idea. And for myself at 50, I changed careers and became an actor from being a composer and a musician. But I think now, because of COVID and everyone just being kind of locked up and reevaluating their lives, I think the theme has kind of branched out to like a global theme, right? Reevaluating where I am, what's making me happy. So yeah, it's okay to reevaluate. I guess that's the thing. Why should people go to my play at Fringe Festival? Well, I play the piano in it, and that's my main thing. And it's an interesting story. So it's an interesting story because I'm on the stage by myself, but I do have a keyboard on stage, a piano. Not as an instrument, but as like my best friend. Like that is the one buddy that has never left my side. So many events in my life have happened at the piano or because of the piano, or, it's just that it's always there. So it's an interesting thing to see all these things happen because of that one thing, right? And that's where the ivory thread comes from. I use a phrase that they use in filmmaking a lot. The narrative thread. What is the narrative thread of a film or a story? So my narrative thread is a piano. So I call it the ivory thread. It's just kind of woven. Even when I'm telling you about becoming an actor, I'm still telling you about the piano is still kind of the topic, like it or not. I mean, it just kind of is. So isn't it? So it's that story about transitioning into a new career, and it's interesting that it's being told around a piano here and there. It's not all piano, but it's just there to go over to, and so it makes it interesting. I think they would enjoy it. Hi, my name is Michael J. Gonzales, and if you liked what you saw here about my show, please come on down to Fringe. I'm performing for 4 performances in August. You can find more information at theivorythread.com.